This is one of those coins that most people would never look at twice. But today, you might want to slow down and take a second look, because the coin you're seeing right now, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar, has a story that goes far deeper than most collectors realize, and in certain rare cases, it can be worth far more than just 50 cents. In fact, some versions have quietly sold for thousands of dollars. Hiding in plain sight for decades now, let's start with the history. Because this coin didn't just appear randomly, it carries emotional weight tied directly to one of the most shocking moments in American history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963. Within months of his passing, the U.S. Mint rushed to honor him by placing his portrait on the half dollar, replacing the Franklin design. By 1964, the first Kennedy half dollars were released, struck in 90% silver, and instantly hoarded by the public. But here's where things start to shift. By the time we reach 1971, the coin you're looking at, the composition had completely changed. Rising silver prices forced the mint to eliminate silver from circulation coins. So the 1971 Kennedy half dollar became the first regular issue version made with a copper-nickel clad composition, meaning no silver content at all. At least, that's what most people believe. And that assumption is exactly why some of the most valuable versions go unnoticed. The 1971 coin was struck at multiple mints. Philadelphia, which produced coins without a mint mark. Denver, marked with a small d, and San Francisco, which created special proof coins for collectors. And right away, you need to understand something critical. Not all 1971 half dollars are created equal, and if you don't know what to look for, you could easily spend or overlook something extremely valuable. Let's talk numbers first, because at face value, a normal circulated 1971 Kennedy half dollar is still only worth 50 cents, maybe $1 in slightly better condition, even uncirculated. Examples usually trade between $5 and $15 depending on quality. But that's just the baseline. The real story begins when you start looking at condition, strike quality, and most importantly, rare errors and special varieties. One of the biggest factors that can push this coin into high-value territory is something collectors call high-grade condition. Coins graded MS65, MS66, or higher by professional grading services can jump dramatically in price. And when you reach MS67 or above, you're entering extremely rare territory, because very few 1971 half dollars were preserved in near perfect condition. We're talking coins that still have full luster, sharp details, and almost no marks. These can sell for hundreds, sometimes even over $1,000 depending on demand. But condition alone is just the beginning, because the real hidden treasure lies in errors. And this is where things get exciting, because error coins are unpredictable, rare, and highly sought after. One of the most valuable errors found in 1971 Kennedy half dollars is the double die variety. This happens during the minting process, when the design is accidentally struck twice at slightly different angles, creating a visible doubling effect. If you look closely at the lettering, especially on Liberty or In God We Trust, you might notice slight shadowing or duplication. A genuine double die can be worth hundreds, sometimes even thousands if clearly visible and in good condition. Then there are off-center strikes, coins that were not properly aligned during minting, resulting in part of the design missing. These are extremely collectible because no two are exactly alike. Depending on how dramatic the error is, these coins can sell anywhere from $100 to well over $500. Another rare and valuable type is the clipped planchet. where a portion of the coin is literally missing due to a defect in the metal blank before striking. These coins have a distinctive curved cutout and are instantly recognizable. Again, value depends on size and condition, but strong examples can easily reach several $100s now. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Even though 1971 half dollars were supposed to be copper nickel clad, there are rare instances of coins being struck on the wrong planchet, including leftover silver planchets from earlier years or foreign coin blanks. These are extremely rare, and when authenticated, they can command prices in the thousands, sometimes even higher depending on uniqueness. And then we have proof coins. The 1971 S-Proof Kennedy half dollar. These were specially made for collectors with a mirror-like finish and sharp details. Most are common and worth around $5 to $10, but if you find one with deep cameo contrast, where the design appears frosted against a reflective background, the value can jump significantly, especially in high grades. Some have sold for over $100 or more. Now let's talk about something most people ignore: eye appeal. Two coins can have the exact same grade, but one looks far better than the other. Collectors will pay a premium for coins with strong luster, clean surfaces, and attractive toning, especially if the toning creates unique colors like blues, golds, or purples. A beautifully toned 1971 half dollar can sell for far more than a dull, lifeless one, even if technically they're the same grade. And here's the part that should really get your attention. Many of these valuable coins are still out there, sitting in old collections, coin jars, bank rolls, or even inherited boxes that haven't been opened in years, because people assume anything from 1971 isn't valuable, and that assumption is exactly why opportunities still exist. So, if you have a 1971 Kennedy half dollar, here's what you should do. Don't just glance at it and move on. Examine it carefully. Look at the date, check for a mint mark, inspect the lettering for doubling, study the edges for unusual shapes or missing sections, and most importantly, pay attention to condition, because sometimes the difference between a 50-cent coin and a $1,000 coin comes down to tiny details most people never notice. Right now in today's market, average circulated 1971 half dollars remain very common and low in value, but high-grade certified coins can range from $100 to over $1,000, while rare error coins and unique varieties can push well beyond that, occasionally reaching several thousand depending on rarity and demand. And that's the reality of coin collecting. It's not just about age. It's about rarity, condition, and hidden mistakes that turn ordinary coins into extraordinary finds. So the next time you come across a Kennedy half dollar, especially from 1971, don't ignore it, because what looks like spare change could actually be a piece of history, and in the right condition, with the right features, it could be worth far more than you ever expected.